Hello, class. This is Scott Caruso from Application Deployment 1, 1306 term, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the application that I am designing and hoping to finish up this month. The application is called MyGov, and I'll walk you through the mock-ups in a second. But at the meta level, the application is called MyGov. It is an application that's designed really to do two things that run in concert with one another. The first is simply to be able to tell a person who his or her politicians for their given location are simply by geolocating where you're at and telling you who your politicians are. But the second, more useful, at least in my opinion, purpose of the application is that it will allow you to tweet or email or otherwise contact the politician or politicians of your choice directly from the application by pre-populating emails or tweets for you based on issues that are important to you. So, as an example, let's say that gun control is an important issue to you, whether you're for it or against it. You can select gun control as an option, or pro gun control maybe as an option from from a list, and it will pre-populate a short tweet to whatever senator or representative or the president even that you've selected um, that will illustrate your stance on that issue rather than you having to take the time to write an email or a tweet. The application will do it for you. Really designed for people that want to be engaged in the political process and maybe don't have the time or the effort to go all in. This is kind of a good intermediate step for people that really fancy themselves as political wonks, but just haven't quite made that leap into full-on letter writing, phone calling mode, that sort of thing. How about we go take a look at the mock-ups I've got, so you have a little bit of better idea of how the application is going to work. Alrighty, so we're going to walk through the mock-ups and the layout in the design documentation, just so you have an idea of what the app is actually going to do and look like once it's all said and done. Very simple title screen that'll display to the user as he opens it up. Just an American flag with the basic text MyGov logo. When you start to get into the main UI, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. So there's one big red, white, and blue button right in the middle of the screen that says you can view MyGov now. It's meant to look like a political button that you might see at a political rally. And there's also a much more nondescript but also available option to search by zip code. Though we want to provide users the opportunity to search by zip code, we don't want to make that a primary focus of the application, mostly because searching by zip code for political districts is completely inaccurate because zip codes cover multiple political districts and you're kind of guessing and having to make the user do more work. So we want to geolocate whenever possible. Won't always be possible, but we want to make sure we do it whenever possible. As you're geolocating, it's also going to be pulling from a couple of APIs, particularly the Sunlight Labs API and the GovTrack API, in order to get the data for you. You'll get a loading screen as it's doing that. It'll give you a little did you know fact as you're doing that. Just a nice little user-friendly feature that we added to keep the user engaged while this load is going on, because as it's reading from two different APIs and geolocating you, that can take a few seconds, and you don't want to keep the user in a lurch and have nothing going on while you're doing that. There'll be a results page where you'll actually see the politicians for the given area that you've geolocated towards. It'll also give you a map so you can confirm that it actually has geolocated the proper area. You can click on a politician's name to get more details about that politician, including their name, their picture, their political affiliation, that sort of thing, website. Some pop-ups, you'll see some generic alerts throughout the application for following on Twitter. You'll also get the option to make your own message or use a pre-made message. You get that option as well. And in certain instances, maybe if you're viewing a Facebook page, or maybe if you want to actually view the Twitter page of the user, it will take you just to a basic web view, so you can do that as well. The application flow looks kind of like this. It's a little unwieldy because there's a lot of different branching screens, but if you stop and look at it, it's actually not too terribly bad. Title screen, main view, to the results, politician detail, and then you can follow on Twitter, tweet to, or email, and then preview your message and send. That's my application. That's week 1. I hope everyone else had a great week as well, and I will talk to you again during week 2. Thank you.